Sawasdee ka, I'm Alexandra welcoming you to our weekly edition of Andaman News after a months-long break. On our 30-minute program today, we feature main local news, including the Prime Minister's visit to Phuket last weekend. Our special report then looks at the governor's and head officials' trip to Nice, which is a sister city with Phuket, plus a long-delayed Young Reporter segment on an international swim meet. But first, let's start with local news. The Prime Minister vows to cut down inflation and increase income for people during his visit to a local fresh market in Phuket. After opening and meeting with the Democrat Party members at Merlin Beach Resort in Patong area on Saturday, Prime Minister Apisit Vejajiva visited a local market in the Karen area to tape part of his weekly television show, Confidence in Thailand, Confidence in Prime Minister Apisit. Arriving at the Mae Somjit Fresh Market, he was received by a large crowd who gave out flowers and scrambled to meet with him. The television show then began with Prime Minister walking along the stalls with a host from our NBT Phuket crew, Patamaporn Ratanadelok Na Phuket, who managed to talk with him about inflation, the government scheme in consumer protection, including goods and egg prices, to cut down the cost of living. The Prime Minister insisted that the government is coming up with measures to combat inflation and cut down spending and increase people's income. The program was aired on August 1st with national coverage by NBT stations. Mae Somjit Market is the only registered fresh market in Karen area. It's a medium-sized market with around 70 stalls of fresh seafood, fruits and vegetables, ready-made food, and local snacks. Now into local development. A new fresh market in Phuket City is due to open by the end of this month. The new fresh market located on Ranong Road in Phuket City Centre is due to open and be fully operational by the end of this month, the Phuket City Mayor Somjai Suwonsupana announced this week. The market was built to replace the old one and that the sellers relocated to sell on private land leased by the municipality. After the opening, the merchants will move back to the market, she said. During the Prime Minister's visit to Phuket last weekend, some merchants handed their complaints to the Prime Minister against the market, claiming that the lease fee is too high and has poor construction. Somjai insists that the market is built following high engineering standards with a proper ventilation system. She, however, explained that around 70 merchants have signed the contract with her office for booth leasing, while she still has to deal with 24 of them who have not agreed to terms and conditions of booth leasing in the new market. And Phuket's Bangwat Reservoir gets upgraded to increase the carrying capacity. With a bid to develop the carrying capacity of Phuket's main reservoir, Bangwat Dam, 3 organizations this week signed a memorandum of understanding to carry out the task. They comprise the Irrigation Department, Ket Tu Municipality, and the Phuket Province. The improvement comes under the joint investment of government, private sector, and local government organization. Under the plan, the dam's perimeter will be raised 1 meter higher with equipment installation. The Irrigation Department estimates it to cost around 300 million baht. The project is scheduled to commence next year. After the completion, it would alleviate water shortages during the dry season. And the Thalong National Museum opens a local costume contest. In a bid to maintain and promote local traditional costumes, the Thalong National Museum is opening entries for a Phuket traditional costume contest, the museum director Ajiba Nukong announced. Explaining the details through NBT Phuket's Thai News Talk on Tuesday morning, Ajima explained that the event is divided into 2 main activities. The first activity is an exhibition on local traditional costume at the museum throughout August, while the contest will take place at the museum on Sunday, August 8th. Thalong National Museum is located near the 2 Heroines Monument. Contestants are divided in 4 age groups, which are 7 to 15 years, 16 to 30, 31 to 45, and 46 years and up. Foreigners, either expats or tourists, are welcome to join, although the entries closed on Thursday, August 5th. Meanwhile, joint Baba weddings are to be held in Phuket. Only 18 couples are exclusively invited to have their weddings in a Phuket traditional style of Baba Peranakan. The wedding ceremony is scheduled to take place on August 14th through the 15th in Phuket. The event is co-hosted by the Tourism Authority of Thailand, Phuket Office, the Peranakan Association of Phuket, the Office of Phuket City, and the Phuket Tourist Association. The 39,000 baht wedding package covers wedding costumes, accommodation, ceremonial events, gifts for bride and groom, and a honeymoon package. The event was announced at the new Blue Elephant restaurant on Krabi Road in the city with activities on 2 days. On August 14th, a cocktail reception will be held with the band at the Hongyok Mansion on Tepkasatri Road. Tickets cost 200 baht and can be purchased at the Peranakan Association. On August 15th, the wedding ceremony will be held during 8 to 11 a.m., starting with a procession of brides and grooms in traditional costumes. The TAT expects that the event would spice up tourism during the green season and that more families of the couples would visit the island. And residents in the Phuket Old Town support tourism promotion in their area. Around 200 residents in the Phuket Old Town area attended and presented their opinions and suggestions in creating and promoting cultural tourism focusing on Sino-Portuguese style of architecture. The session was co-hosted by the Office of Phuket City and Upper House Committee on Tourism. Views and suggestions from local people will be included and considered when the committee lays out plans for local tourism improvement in keeping with the provincial tourism promotion policy. The chair of the Upper House Committee on Tourism, Tanyarat Achiriachai, concluded that the public forum agreed with the tourism promotion plan, but any adjustment and improvement needs consultation with residents in the Old Town area. This is to ensure minimal impact to residents, she stressed. And now turning to Phang Nga, where the tourism sector reached out for more international markets. The Phang Nga Tourist Association President Prapruk Korpet recently signed an MOU with Malaysia Airlines for joint marketing and tourism promotion. Under the agreement, the Malaysian airline is expected to work on bringing in new travelers from Singapore, Malaysia, Australia, New Zealand, and Europe to Phang Nga, which showcases Khao Lak as its main product. Mr. Prapruk explains that the association has planned tourism activities all year round to attract and accommodate holiday makers in various groups. These include water rafting, trekking, and golfing, in addition to beaches. The Phang Nga Provincial Administration Organization CEO Chakkart Pattanakit Wibun stressed that the cooperation among authorities, local government, and businesses would strengthen the local tourism development and marketing, which in turn means increased local tax income for local development. And the Phuket Food and Beverage Fair was held last weekend. Personnel in the food and beverage industry, tourists, and members of the public attended the Phuket Food and Beverage Show, which took place at Homeworks Complex opposite Central Festival in Phuket. The event was marked opened by the Phuket Governor Wichai Prasagnab on Friday, July 30th, and ended on Sunday, August 1st. The event featured many interesting activities, which included bartending contest, cooking, linen arrangement, ice carving, and more. It was held by the Andaman Food and Beverages Managers Club and the Thai Federation of F&B Management Clubs and Associations. The organizers expected the event would help promote the industry as well as enhancing skills of F&B personnel and gear them up to international standards.